Back in week 1, the Titans dominated their first matchup against the Black Knights. Can London even the score? Find out next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Avery escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie from UCLA. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The Spears with another carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. On the right hash, official. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3.
That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Black Knights offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? Gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a... Third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Off play action. Avery. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a handoff up the middle. Clay. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw. Avery. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Moore, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On play action, they'll throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training.
Touchdown! A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Oh, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive. Avery. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off the play fake. Avery. And this is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a play fake here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Up the middle they go. Clay. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Clay.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Spears. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Pretty move. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Flushed out right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back to throw. Avery. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still fourth down.
A final shot before break. Avery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. And one final game to highlight is the Sunday night extravaganza, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Saunders.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Saunders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Bryant. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive, give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Avery. And this is Cook with the grab. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bryant, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Welcome back now here in London, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Avery forced out to his left. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. London about set to take over on offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Off play action. Avery rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Bryant. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
Looking to throw. Avery. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Avery.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. So now the Titans down by 10. A little over 20 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for the Londoners, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.